Okay, good day. Welcome again to my show, Inspiring Lives with Lily Lau. And today we have a very special guest all the way from India, Dr. Sanjeev Dixit. Hi, Dr.
Hi,
Sanjeev.
Lily.
Hi, welcome. Welcome to my show.
Thank you
And
so much, Lily, for having me.
welcome. Certainly, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. And let me quickly introduce who this great guy is. Dr. Sanjeev Dixit is a global HR leader. He is certified for Calibrate and Directive Communication Psychology as a trainer and consultant. And it was in 2019 that he was certified by Arthur Karmazi. Yeah. He is also an organizational culture consultant and coach, and he is also a certified online trainer. And recently, he was awarded the Global CHRO Award by the World HRD Congress. Wow, Dr. Sanjeev, wow, I'm so amazed by your accolades. Yeah.
Thank you, Lily. Thank you.
Okay, and Dr. Sanjeev is the author of the book Plan C. Can you see at the back of the book? Yes, he's showing you that book, right?
Yeah,
And this book is about the corporate culture, right?
that's right. It's about developing the entire culture transformation blueprint for achieving a sustainable business.
Really? And anyone who is interested to get that copy of a book, please contact Dr. Sanjeev, right, Doctor?
It's available in Amazon as well. You can go to Amazon and you can just kind of buy from the e-commerce site.
Okay, right. Let's quickly start. And Dr. Sanjeev, I'd like to find out from you, right? What was your aspiration in doing DC certification with us?
So the main objective of looking at the directive communication psychology certification was to leverage my entire, you can say, experience and expertise in the field of impacting the organization, you can say deliverables, transformation of team, enhancing the, you can say trust and you can say collaboration among the team members within the organization or within an enterprise. And I had almost 24 years of hands-on experience there.
Wow.
So I met Arthur while writing this book, the Culture Transformation book. And he even wrote the foreword for the book. Arthur wrote the foreword for the book. And that is where we were discussing. And while during the discussion, a couple of areas came into the discussion was one is how we can use color brain mapping in achieving the, as I said, the turnaround of team and the individual and also the organization growth, and directive communication psychology as a tool. And that's where I found this particular science very interesting, and the kind of experience Arthur had in the area of impacting the enterprise with the help of the color brain tools as well as the directive communication psychology. And that's where I enrolled for this program and came to Bali in 2019 and had this phenomenal, what you call self-discovery experience. Beside, I worked with other trainers who were there in the program from various, you can say, countries and industries. I think it is one of the, I will say, most rewarding experience I had.
Wow.
While I had attended so many programs in my life, this has been one of the, I will say, kind of a turnaround for me, because not only it gave me insight about my own capabilities and my strengths, but it also enabled me with tools by which I can achieve the similar kind of transformation in the other team members or the a larger organization, which I did. When I came back from the DC, I applied a couple of tools like Color Brain, emotion drives, and also a couple of, we can say, world map games to turn around a team within my organization, a supply chain team which was struggling. I think they able to build a very strong empathy and trust among themselves through awareness of their color brain and emotion drives. And then they leverage that entire understanding in setting up the joint accountabilities and shared goals.
Wow.
And I think that converted them into a very, I will say, effective and efficient team. And that also felt by the customers as well. So I think this is a testimony of the efficacy of the DC tools as well as the color brain emotion drive tools. And I've been now started using across various roles which I've been doing, whether as a full-time CHRO or even as a culture coach or as a consultant, and even in my Plan C book, there is a lot of integration of these tools now. I've started integrating those tools as well.
Wow, I'm so amazed to hear all this, Dr. Sanjeev, right? With your 20 over years of all, learning and mastering all the HR and corporate culture, and yet you discover that the DC tools, the DC content has so much differences and impact.
Absolutely. Because most of the training which I have attended in past generally used to give you tools. I think DC has given me solutions.
Wow.
That's a difference. That's a very important difference. Second, it is very simple and very easy to comprehend by a non-HR guys as well.
Wow.
Because color brain, anybody can understand. Emotion drives, everybody can understand. Various other tools which is used in directive communication psychology can be understood by even the business guy, even a non-HR function guy, which makes it easy to implement, which makes it very easy to scale it up. Okay. So I think that is one of the unique, I will say, quality of DC compared to any other solution or a tools.
Okay. And if I'm to ask you, right, since you said that, it's so useful in giving solutions, what is that one word that you can use to summarize, in helping your client to get this solution about DC?
Yeah, so DC I've been always using as the transformation solution. So I always use transformational. So the entire journey of DC, if we kind of implement, gives a transformational experience not only to the individuals who are part of this journey, but to the larger team or the enterprise, which also goes through this transformation through the transformation of the individuals. So if I have to give one word, I think the word I will use is transformational.
Wow, wonderful. Transforming means you are changing, right? Yes. The normal metaphor of transforming is like the moth, then it becomes a butterfly. That is Absolutely. A transformation.
Metamorphosis, what we call.
Yeah.
From your entire what you call insects to you becoming a butterfly, and this metamorphosis through DC becomes much more painless exercise, not painful exercise. Generally, change is a very painful exercise, but with DC tools and DC solutions, it becomes painless, if I have to say that.
Wow. And I believe, Dr. Sanjeev, right, in your process of doing all this work, transformational work and all that, you along the journey, you have touched many people's life and all that, right? Yes. If you are to, really, touch one person, in this world, who is it that you would like to touch?
I think I will definitely put myself, because if I have not achieved the desired transformation, then I cannot say with conviction for others. So for me, since I have acquired all these, as I said, knowledge and experience of DC through regular interface with Arthur and you and other team members in the DCI family, I think the learning from each and every team member, how they have utilized DC solution for bringing the desired impact and I've been interacting with most of you, and the kind of enriching learning which I have been getting from all the DC members is giving me a kind of I will say, a roadmap of how I can keep scaling up my, I will say, effectiveness and efficiency. So I will put myself as one of the person whom I have seen transforming through the DC solution.
Yeah.
And also, I've, as I said, given you example of a lot of a team within my organization, a couple of guys with whom I have done this outside my organization also. I think they are sold out to Color Brain. They are sold out to the accuracy level of the Color Brain, what you call, insights. And they were surprised and they were amazed to the extent that the accuracy level of Color Brain is equivalent to 90%. And which is phenomenal because all other tools, whether MBTI, DISC, Hogan, and so many other tools, Thomas profiling, they are mostly concentrated on personality evaluation. Whereas Color Brain gives you a very significant insight about how you are genetically designed, how your brain is wired, how you process information from the environment because of the unique wiring of your brain. And because you are uniquely wired, your entire interface with the environment is very unique. Your processing is unique, and your even the reaction to that stimulus is also unique. So once we are aware about this, once we are moved out of this ignorant zone and start becoming aware about yourself and the other team members' Color Brain, I think there is, I have seen in a week's time, there is a significant improvement in the way they see each other. Their perception change, they're more empathy, they know why they are behaving in a particular manner. There is a high amount of trust which comes in. And I think these are the foundation of any high-performing team.
Yes.
Trust, empathy, collaboration, understanding, respect. I think these are some of the key foundation of any high-performing team. And that is where I've seen how quickly these tools and solutions impact not only the individual, but also the team and then the larger organization.
Yes, I fully agree with that, Dr. Sanjeev. Yeah, really wonderful. It's wonderful to hear from you. And right, since you have got this book, Plan C, what's your next plan?
Yeah, so the next plan is to take Plan C idea into in a larger context. I want to convert into some kind of a certification program where people will get, you can say, enriched with the entire 24 years of my journey and the research which I have done in the area of culture, values, belief. And my experience has been the team, the organization, the enterprise, the society, the nation, which has been driven by their belief, their value system. They have extended their sustainability. They have extended their longevity. They have extended their effectiveness and efficiency compared to organization or enterprise or a nation which is always driven by the linear approach of, oh, we need to have a great plan and we need to execute that plan. We need to have a great risk management strategy and we need to execute that strategy. Compared to people who are more culture driven than the strategy driven, the longevity and sustainability of culture driven leadership and mindset has been very, very high. And also in the COVID time, the organization, the nation, the society, which were driven by, again, the strong value system, the culture of care, the culture of compassion, the culture of empathy, the culture of collaborating, I think they did significantly well compared to what you call enterprise or a nation or a society, which were driven by, okay, where is the plan and where we have a good strategy to address this pandemic. So I call it middle line. Lily. We've been conventionally for last century been driven by top line and bottom line. Top line is revenue, growth. Bottom line is your profitability, cash, money. But how you will achieve that? How you can achieve that sustainably? There is a called middle line. The middle line ensure your top line and your bottom line.
Wow.
Middle line consists of your belief system, your value system, your guiding principles, your purpose to be in that particular function or a role. What is your purpose? Why you're doing what you're doing? And all this culminates into the culture. The culture is nothing but the role modeling of all these belief-oriented behaviors in your day-to-day life. So if your middle line is strong, your top line and bottom line is sustainable, but not vice versa.
I see. Yes.
And I can give you a very interesting metaphor, Lily, with your body. So if your brain is your top line and your body is your bottom line, your heart and your soul is the middle line. If your heart is healthy, if your soul is healthy, your brain will work, your body will deliver. Not vice versa. If your heart stops,
yes,
your brain stops, your body is dead.
Absolutely. Wow. Wow. Okay, that I can relate. That's very, very important in terms of our body health, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So if your middle line of your body and if you see your middle line is your heart, your heart comes in your middle.
Yeah.
And if it is healthy, if it is strong, if your soul is your purpose, if it is very, very rich, then your mind and your body is always at the best level of performance.
Absolutely.
Not vice versa.
Yes, yes. So, Dr. Sanjeev, your plan C, right? You have these hand gestures of that C, right?
Yes.
So C stands for culture, right?
Yes. C stands for culture.
Any other?
You can say C stand for care, C stand for compassion, C stand for collaboration, C stand for connect, C stand for compass. Compass is your purpose. When you are absolutely directionless, you use compass where you are, how you have to go ahead. Whether you are in the north direction, you are in the west direction, so use your compass. So C also stand for your compass, compass of your purpose, compass of your life. And culture is connected with all these C's which I just mentioned. Very, very profound, very, very powerful, and there is a lot of research. There is a Harvard Business Review issue in 2019, I think August, which says that we have achieved significant, you can say, improvement in technology. Today we have artificial intelligence, we have robots, we have cobots, we have chatbots, we have big data, we have cloud computing, we have everything under the sun as far as technology is concerned. But that is not the problem why the world is suffering. World is suffering or enterprise is not growing because of the culture. Because they never focused on this particular thing called culture. It was a sideline talk. It was an offline talk. It was always a good to have and nice to have interaction. Oh, we need in any forum you go, World Forum or any business forum, all the CEOs and CXOs keep talking about culture. We need to have a great culture. We need to have a very caring culture. But when COVID happened, all these care and compassion just evaporated because that was not part of the belief system. You have country leaders who are absolutely running berserk, knee-jerk reaction. So what basically it reflects? It reflects that there is a lot of fakeness in the way we operate.
Yes.
We keep talking. There's a lot of lip service which happens. But there is no belief, as I said, it is not part of your heart. It is just part of your brain. And that is the reason why we had a very, very, very different reaction to COVID. Some countries did well. Some countries like US, which is all brain-oriented, I think, people, they had a huge challenge.
Yes.
There's so much technology. They had the best science. they have best scientists, they have best technology. But then if you see the death rate and the kind of reaction to even basic things like wearing mask and being caring to others, having a social distancing and not what you call maintaining that kind of a hygiene. There was huge challenge.
That
Everybody
is
was.
culture. That is
That's a
culture.
culture.
That
That's a
is the
culture.
behavior. Yes, that's the behavior.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, hygiene behavior, something as basic as hygiene
Yes.
was becoming a challenge to implement in most of the countries. Just see,
Yeah.
and everybody
Yeah.
coming from all the Ivy League institutes,
Yes.
all educated people, all literate people, I will call, not educated, but literate people. They knew the difference between ABC, but they didn't differentiate between how, by maintaining the social distancing and mask and sanitization, can reduce the spread of this disease. They didn't follow, because that is a behavior.
Yes. Now, I totally agree with you, Dr. Sanjeev. Right? Culture to me is the air, the oxygen that they are breathing. It's the fundamental. It's the fundamental, and it is translated in simple terms, behaviors. Every day at the workplace, how do each one interact with one another, right? And that pattern, right? Is that organic, or can you design? What we are looking here is that we want to design, we want to help to improve, right? Right. And it can be done. It can be done to improve, through all this research and tools that we have. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the role of the leaders, so-called leaders by position and not by action, I'm talking about CEOs and CXOs, they have a huge role to play in building the culture, because culture, if I have to define in a very simple manner, Lily, is the behaviors role model by the most influential people in any enterprise. If I take the smaller unit like a family, the father and the mother sets the culture of the family, because their behavior is imbibed by their kids and their younger ones. In an organization, CEOs and CXOs. In a nation, it is your premier, your president, your prime minister. They set the culture. And in my book, I start this entire book but with a quote, which is a refined quote of Peter Kotler, or sorry, not Peter Drucker, which is the culture eats strategy all three meals. And who serve the meal? CEOs and CXOs.
Okay.
They serve the meal.
Yeah. Okay, Dr. Sanjeev, thank you very much for coming to my show here. And truly, it has been so inspiring to learn about, culture and organizational culture, and your book, Plan C. Right. So we will continue this show with other special guests in the next episode. And before we leave, we would like you to share this program with anyone whom you think that you can inspire, or anything whom you think, you'd be good to help other people. Share and like us. Yeah. So thank you very much, Dr. Sanjeev, for coming to our show.
Thank you, Lily, for having me. And I think it was an absolute pleasure interacting with you, because you yourself is a testimony of phenomenal growth and journey you have achieved by using the DC solutions. And I think you are one of the pioneer, if I have to say, in our DC family, who has been kind of giving a lot of inspiration to all of us to how we can also take this path and achieve the desired growth. Thank you so much for inspiring us and having this beautiful, interface. And I'm glad to be here.
Thank you.